Hi, this is Greg from Symmetry Sports Massage, and you are watching GoTarryn TV.
And we're back. Happy Monday, October the 12th, everyone. Welcome back to GoTarryn TV. As you can see side by side, we're welcoming back a returning guest, Mr. Greg Eisenberg from Sports Symmetry Massage. Greg, how are you doing today?
How are you?
Good, thank you. It's great to have you back. And for the folks who want to catch up to speed, if you're interested, Greg was back here on April 30th's GoTarryn video blog, so you can go back and watch that if you'd like to get a better introduction of Greg, which was approximately 6 months ago. You can go back on that video blog, but we're doing it again. We brought him back on here, and so we're going to talk about his therapy services, his team, what they do, going a little bit about that, and just as a follow-up, see how they're doing. So first and foremost, Greg, for anybody watching for the first time, and again, maybe you could give them a little brief background of yourself and just tell them who you are and a little bit about Sports Symmetry Massage.
Symmetry Sports Massage sort of fell into the wellness, healthcare industry as we discussed. I can't believe it's been 6 months already. Once the economy took a swing back in '09, I was in the wholesale retail environment, and lost my job beginning of 2010, and as we discussed about that car accident that I went through in the early 80s, thought I'd fall back on a therapy that was kind of cutting edge, a little holistic, not mainstream, and get on the other side of the table and try to apply some tissue work to people and help them recover from whether, again, it's sports-related injuries or therapies to prevent sports-related injuries or orthopedic-type care, car accidents, slip and fall injuries, and or just rest and relaxation type of work for people who just want to de-stress and try to live a more pain-free lifestyle.
No, that's great. And I'll tell you, one of the people who's greatly benefiting, if she's watching right now, Sandra from Family Life Center in Buckhead, and her husband Jake, they have truly enjoyed your services. I could tell you as a personal testimonial, they've told me that they're very grateful that they've been able to connect with you. So whatever you're doing with them, keep up the great work because they love you.
Thanks, Well, I appreciate the referral.
Absolutely. So what's been going on lately? How is business, and how's the team doing? We're into fall now, a new season. What's it shaping up right now, and what's everything looking like over your way?
Things are good. It's just a constant transition. Most of my clients are athletes, some shape or form, whether they are weekend warriors, and just try to keep the pounds off and eat healthy and live a little bit longer, to the hardcore professional athletes. Depending on what the sport is, running or football, baseball, there's always that upward swing of when those athletes are in need of care. And then on the other side, I do a lot of orthopedic work, and I am starting to build a really strong network of clients for people that just have postural conditions from sitting at a desk all day long, whether they are CPAs, accountants, attorneys, lawyers, in the medical profession, doctors, nurses, massage therapists like myself, always bending over, looking down, personal trainers, so on and so forth. I think the crux of the growth that I'm seeing now are those type of postural conditions that people are living through, and then that's complicated by sleeping habits, and people that sleep on their side and the fetal position. That's almost like the same position you're sitting at a desk throughout the day, and just complicates the conditions that are related to the hips and the functionality of the hips.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What is the most common ailment or just soreness or tightness that you see in your? Is there one? I don't know. Like, what do you mostly deal with when people come to see you? That usually like, oh, okay, that's what everyone deals with. Is there one?
Again, unless there's a trauma involved, a lot of it is postural, structural hip and anterior, posterior glute issues, as well as anterior hip issues.
Okay.
And what most people don't realize is 98, 99% of the time, unless there's a trauma, where the pain is not where the problem is.
Okay.
So if they're having glute pain, piriformis pain, deep to the glutes, posterior hip,
Yeah.
most of the time it can be related to weak glutes and really tight psoas and iliacus muscles up in the front, hip flexors up front, causing a weakness in the pain in the back. Okay. Similar relationship to upper back and posterior neck pain. People want you to get into my back here, but it's really usually upper chest, anterior neck problems where these muscles get too short, too tight. You start to roll your shoulders forward, head forward, and you get the stretched out rubber band syndrome in the back, which is where the pain comes from. But the problem is really up in the front.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. And how about when people see you, is there a regimen or any kind of like things they can do, like homework on themselves when they say, well, let's say they ask you, should I be stretching or is there anything I should be doing? Is there anything like that involved too when you see them usually?
Sure. Well, every session or original initiating session will start with a hip evaluation.
Gotcha. Okay.
And really full body evaluation. But it comes down to, once we determine what the conditions or the imbalances in the musculoskeletal system are, whether, as you're aware, muscles have a particular length, tension, and strength. And when you determine which ones are too long and too weak versus too short and too strong, then you can put together, like you said, homework, which I do for everybody.
Oh, cool.
Stretching the appropriate muscles to lengthen the ones that are too short, too strong, and to shorten and strengthen the muscles that are too weak and too long to get that balance. And then I'm a proponent of chiropractic care as a percentage of the client's therapies, because muscles are attached to the bones. So I believe you still need both of those to really get the full body benefit.
Yeah, no, that's great. Do you have a chiropractor or chiropractic practice as a referral that you can mention their name if you want, or is there anyone that you work with in particular that you?
Sure, and some of them are depending on what's most convenient for the client, and also a personality thing. I like to try to match them up based on personality and the care that they need.
Yeah.
But there's a great doctor in Midtown on 4th Street in Peachtree, Dr. Josh Glass at Georgia Sports Chiropractic.
Okay.
And there's a couple up in Alpharetta and Marietta, which I could put on your little blog, and we could talk about that later.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now let's get back to Symmetry Sports Massage, and where can you tell the people out there logistically where you're located at and their options for being able to work with you or see you?
Yes, well, thanks. Also, well, as I mentioned earlier, I do some rest and relaxation work. I do preventative sports care, post-injury, and orthopedic clinical type massage. I have a facility I work out of in Roswell, northern Roswell, southern Alpharetta, at the intersection of Crabapple Road and Arnold Mill Road by the Silos, which is sort of iconic landmark there. Oh, cool. And then right near where the new baseball stadium is being built, near the 75-285 Powers Ferry exchange. And then I'm in homes, so like I am with your referrals. I go to people's homes that more convenient for them, or just have a number of different reasons why they don't want to leave the house.
Yeah.
Can't leave the house, and I'll go travel and work with them out of their place.
What's the perimeter or radius that you're able to work with for doing in-home, if there's someone
Atlanta North.
Gotcha. Yeah. So someone down in
Atlanta North,
LaGrange, Georgia, watching, they'll probably have to.
Well, it would. There's time out of the office. It would. I would try to help them maybe find a good therapist by them. It might be more cost beneficial to them.
Right.
I would go down there if I was the requested guy. Sure.
No,
but for more convenience for them, I might be able to find something closer. You never know.
That's exactly how I am. I for myself, when people, and they contact me from, let's say, an hour and a half away, I really want to train with you. I'll try my best to do it, but as you just mentioned, there are other good people out there too, and that's what a great massage therapist or personal trainer would do, would be able to find an appropriate person that can take your spot. That's great. I like that you said that. And then how about as far as right now, what's going on for the rest of the year? What does your forecast look like as we're going into the holidays? Is business like going to pick up? Do you see it slowing down? Where, as far as clientele goes, what's that looking like?
Sports-related stuff will start to slow down. Again, a lot of my clients are runners.
Yeah.
Marathoners, 10K marathoners, Ironman. So that's going to sort of wind down a little bit come after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But, everybody's hurting for some reason or another, and once they realize that it's a potentially a condition that they don't have to live with and it could go away, things could change. And, again, the business is good. Things are strong. Just the different type of clients that are coming my way may change week to week, but they're still knocking on the door. And my goal is, again, through educating them with the stretching and strengthening exercises, get them to a preventative maintenance place where they're not coming in for pain relief, that they're able to really help care for themselves.
Oh, no, that's great. That's terrific, Greg. And then also, do you, let's say if someone's watching right now and they're interested in their company or their business doing like an office thing, do you do any kind of corporate events or corporate things, programming like that?
Absolutely. Call me and we could talk. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All the time.
Okay. Let's get your phone number and all that contact information if we can. How can they find Symmetry Sports Massage and yourself directly?
Website is symmetrysportsmassage.com.
Good.
Can be reached via email at greg@symmetrysportsmassage.com, or phone number is 770-330-8835.
Perfect.
24/7.
Good. You're just like me, 24/7 as well. So that's what you got to be when you're a business entrepreneur and work for yourself. So yes, absolutely. Well, Greg, as always, we truly appreciate you being able to come on here and tell everyone about Symmetry Sports Massage. And I think that's wonderful for all the folks watching. Again, you heard it from myself as a personal testimonial. One of my clients and her husband are just raving about Greg. I think they see you about once a week, I understand, and they just love having you. So, again, keep up the great work. And you're not going to find a better massage therapist in the greater Atlanta area than Symmetry Sports Massage. So you got to check them out when you get a chance. And we'll have that information, the contact info. If you get a pen and paper ready for anybody watching as we fade to black here in a minute, you're going to get that on the screen. Hit pause, and you'll be able to reach out to them. So that's wonderful, Greg. Again, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to leave the folks out there with as we finish off here?
Maybe just a quick recap of an earlier comment is usually the pain you're living you don't need to tolerate it. It's not necessarily the joys of maturity. It's probably a postural, structural thing that through a little tissue work and some exercises, you can live a more pain-free, happier lifestyle.
Very well said. I agree with you. I think that everybody watching can relate, they either themselves or they know someone who can definitely benefit from your valuable services. So I definitely encourage everybody out there, again, please check out Greg Eisenberg, symmetrysportsmassage.com, and hook up with him and his team, and they will take care of you. So, Greg, again, thanks for taking time out on this Monday and being able to talk to us here. And let's get you back on the show in the very near future to see how business is going, and maybe we'll look at aiming at the holidays as we're approaching to get another follow-up here with you.
Great seeing you again, and thank you again for the invitation.
My pleasure, Greg. Well, everybody watching, that was Greg Eisenberg of Symmetry Sports Massage. Here comes his contact info right now.
Thanks.
All right, folks, there you have it. That was the contact information once again for Mr. Greg Eisenberg of Symmetry Sports Massage, who's returned here on GoTarryn TV. So I want you to check him out and check their website out. Make an appointment today. Hey, it's a great gift idea as well. So the holidays are approaching, and if you're thinking of a terrific gift idea, what better way than to share it with a loved one and get a gift certificate with Symmetry Sports Massage, and check them out today. After you are done checking them out, I want you to also check this out right here, www.gotarryn.tv. Bookmark that as a favorite to your web browser today and tell 2 people about that. A few other things that you could do for yours truly, if you wouldn't mind, just please make sure that you like GoTarryn on Facebook, subscribe to GoTarryn on YouTube, follow GoTarryn on Twitter, and that way you'll stay connected with this guy right here, Tarryn, the traveling trainer, master of the personal training universe, the guy who always tells you that with GoTarryn Personal Training, it's your time, it's your investment, it's your life. Thanks so much for joining us here on this Monday. Hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you again for tuning in, and we will see you on the next video blog right here on GoTarryn TV. So long, everybody. Bye-bye.